nice hotel means being pampered and eating great food. So when you want a day off, why not treat yourself to a 4-star hotel meal right at home? Like light, puffy profiteroles flavored with Parmesan cheese. I fill them with a savory blend of tangy goat cheese and sun-dried tomatoes. Shrimp coated in polenta bakes into a tender bite with a crispy crust. And for your sweet tooth, an easy tiramisu with an elegant twist. Hazelnuts, cinnamon mascarpone cream, and sweet lemony ladyfingers inside. These dishes let you get away from it all without ever leaving home. I'm gonna start my luxury hotel-style menu with dessert, an Italian classic, tiramisu. So I'm gonna start with my dessert first, only because when it comes to tiramisu, it needs to sit for a while so that the cookies can soften and kind of absorb all the flavors we're gonna add to it. And to that, I'm gonna add 2 tablespoons of regular granulated sugar. There we go. So now, to give it a little warmth, I know it's gonna sound really weird, but I'm adding half a teaspoon of cinnamon, ground cinnamon. Just adds nice warmth to the tiramisu. So now, we're gonna whip this up until we get nice, soft peaks. And the whole idea behind whipping the cream is that it creates air and lightness, so it doesn't feel heavy at all. Now that the whipped cream is starting to thicken, I can raise the speed a bit. All right, the whipped cream is nice and thick. Look at that. Doesn't that look good? Okay, so now that we have the whipped cream ready, I've got to make my mascarpone part of the mixture. Now, you can't do tiramisu without mascarpone cheese. It's just very, very traditional. And so, I'm gonna use 2 cups of mascarpone cheese. It's very creamy, sort of buttery, and you just gotta do it because it's traditional and it kind of adds a nice thickness and richness. So, 2 cups of room temperature mascarpone cheese. You don't want to use it when it's super cold because then it's really hard to fold into the whipped cream. So you need to soften it up a little bit. And we're gonna add to the mascarpone 3 tablespoons of sugar. There we go. So now, let's whip this up for just a couple minutes just to soften it a little bit. And we're gonna switch bowls. Whipped cream here and mascarpone here, and basically you just wanna spoon a little bit of the mascarpone mixture into the whipped cream. So it's gonna be a whipped cream and mascarpone mixture. Tiramisu is one of those things that you can find pretty much everywhere in Italy. Every region has their own way of making it. And if you go to any hotel, most of the time you will always find a tiramisu recipe of some kind on the menu. And tiramisu literally in Italian means pick me up, and boy oh boy, does this pick you up. So that's done. So now, I'm gonna grab my serving dish, just like this. And actually, we're gonna move this over here. And the lady fingers, just like that. We've got some hazelnut liqueur. Oh, sweet and rich. Half a cup of hazelnut liqueur. Give it a kick and kind of give it some depth of flavor. And 1/3 of a cup of this lemon simple syrup. And the lemon simple syrup is super easy. It's basically equal parts water and lemon juice, fresh lemon juice, and then sugar. And you just bring it to a boil until the sugar dissolves, and then cool it, and you get this fantastic lemony syrup. And I dip the ladyfinger into the hazelnut liqueur. And these ladyfingers are basically like little sponge biscuits. And the leftover hazelnut liqueur, I'm just gonna pour it right over the top. Now goes a layer of the mascarpone and whipped cream mixture that's got the sugar and the cinnamon and all that. And you just kind of wanna smooth it out right over the ladyfingers. And sprinkle some chopped toasted hazelnuts. And with the hazelnuts, basically, I just toast them in the oven at 350 degrees for about 8 to 10 minutes until you can smell them. They're nice and fragrant and golden brown. So the next layer of ladyfingers, we're gonna dip in the lemon simple syrup. All right, so I'm gonna continue layering my ladyfingers, topping it with a mascarpone whipped cream mixture and sprinkling it with the hazelnuts. We're gonna do a total of 3 layers, and then I'm gonna show you how to finish it off so it looks like a beautiful hotel, luxury hotel dessert. Okay, so now that we've topped it with the hazelnuts, one more thing that I gotta add, and this is just gonna make it look so beautiful. We're gonna zest a lemon right over the top. Okay, so now I'm gonna pop it in the fridge and let the ladyfingers sit for a while and soak up all those flavors. And I promise you, you're gonna see, it's gonna turn into this pillowy, amazingly heavenly dessert. I can't wait.